Shankari.
Hariom, namaste.
Hello, namaste, namaste, namaste. So basically, it's good to have you on our podcast once again, and it's such a pleasure having you on live because I always learn a lot of things from you. Every time we go live, I learn a lot of things from you, and so does our audience. So today, after having a word with you about the aura, like how exactly it works in a human's life, I
Yeah,
was quite keen to spread this word to the people, like how exactly aura and aura or meditation can help everyone.
mhm.
So let's. You're welcome to our podcast, and let's start it with the topic aura. So
Well, first of all,
what?
thank you so much for inviting me.
Yep,
It's a pleasure to be back here. I think you're doing such a
such
great
a pleasure
job.
to have.
Yeah, I
Such a
think you're
pleasure.
doing I'm seeing all the podcasts and I'm seeing that you are dealing with topics that are not very common on the platforms and the social media. So I think you're doing a great job. So I'm very pleased to be here with you. I'm feeling very blessed.
All thanks to you. Thanks for being a part. Okay. All right. So, Shankari, uh, I have a set of questions to ask. What exactly the audience would be like looking forward towards the answers,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, uh, I'm very keen to understand about what exactly the aura is as far as the meditation is concerned. Sometimes we say that this guy has a very positive aura, this guy has a negative aura,
Mhm.
all these
Yeah.
things. But most of the people, they don't understand what exactly aura is all about. What do we call an aura? How exactly do we consider an aura to be?
Hmm. See, the thing is that the aura says like that, and is a frequency of vibration that is translating to colors or colors of light. Is different colors than you use for painting, for example.
Okay.
And it is related to the way of how the person is vibrating, how the person is thinking, and how is his frequent in life. The thing is that this is a concept that I mentioned to you, no, that this is a concept from Western side.
Okay.
Because in the yoga tradition, in from the Tantra view, we always accept the different bodies and the different layers we
Hmm.
said, the different koshas. So whenever we talk about the aura and the features that are attached to this concept that in Western is using by through this word is the pranamaya
Hmm.
kosha. And yes, you can connect with that, you can perceive it, and it can be appreciated by others, and you can work on that to have a different frequency and color. But it's the pranamaya kosha, and this is in our Vedic culture.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
how
So, mhm.
how
So,
was the practice that they tell you to do?
all right. So, how exactly do you practice to have a positive aura? Suppose I'm a person, I have got a very negative aura. Now,
You have a
suppose
very negative aura. Yes.
now I'm a person with a negative aura. How exactly do I transform myself towards a positive side of meditation, like positive aura? How exactly do I convert myself to have a
Mm.
positive aura?
I mean, how you can work on that, all the yoga practices from the Vedic and the Tantra view, we always work with different methods that are going to help us to have a more contact with the shining of the self. This is the Brahmateyasa. So, in order to have change the frequency or the vibration of your aura, you need to go to the through the techniques of the yoga, traditional yoga techniques, through
Right?
meditations, through pranayama, so having a positive attitude, asana, different mudras, different practices that is going to help you to purify, like clean your way of thinking, your way of
Yeah.
emotion, have emotions in life and how you relate to the different things in the daily routine you have. It's not you see, for having a beautiful aura and having a nice color that attract prosperity and attract beautiful things, you have to start by the seed of everything, which is actually in your mind, the way you think and how you change your way of think. For example, how you eat fresh
Right.
food, not a massive food, if you eat vegetable, fruits, walnuts, and if you have a
Hmm.
good way of eating, caring yourself, not being negative when the situation become like very harsh or very struggling to you, which is quite hard. But if you see, yoga is always giving to you like meditation technique to purify your mind, asana to purify
Yeah.
the physical state you have, pranayamas to have a balance in your way of breathing. Pranomaya kosha works with prana, vital force.
Right.
So you need to
Okay.
have a connection with that. So your energy, your vital energy is going to be transformed completely. And that is where the color of your aura is changing. And if you have a very
Oh,
negative one, that I have to say that is not true. But in case that you have a very negative aura, you need to go through the practice of yoga, and you will find that there is a big difference after that. It's mainly
oh,
about
I
the
see.
mind.
All right, mainly about the mind. So
Yeah.
over the period of time, if a person does the yoga, the pranayam, and breathing exercises, now after doing all these practices and exercises, your aura starts turning positive, and
Yeah.
your thinking also changes,
Yes, because you see, the work of Hatha Yoga properly in the
right?
tantric basis, you work with the
Hmm.
biochemical substance in your body too, through the endocrine system. If you want to go to the physical body,
Okay.
whenever you see our emotions, biochemical substance that the endocrine system is spreading all around your body through the cardiovascular circulatory system. So
Hmm.
whenever you are stressed because you are stressed because of the situation, your body become in tension because that is a
Hmm.
reaction of the endocrine system sending a cortisol hormone spreading all around your body, and then you
Oh,
after feel like the muscles become like stiff, your mind become like narrow, you are in the reaction of flying or fight, you don't know what to do, and you live with this reaction. So
right.
while the practice, you see, hatha yoga has like two levels. One side is for therapeutic practice or aspect
Mhm.
by which the people start to feel better. No, have you ever practiced yoga, asana yoga?
Well, not exactly. I'm so sorry.
Not exactly. You have to try that. Okay,
I'm not, definitely I'll be doing.
you should try. Okay, you hear me?
We are having some sort of internet issues here, but yes, I think Shankar is right on the way. Yeah. Uh, Hi, Shankari, are you there? I cannot see you. Yeah, now I can see you. Hurry home. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. So, so a question that comes to my mind is like, are there different layers of aura uh, that a person can create around him, or there's some other way to understand whether the aura is getting built or not?
I mean, from the tantric perspective, when we talk about the concept of aura, we work over the
Hmm.
senses of the chakras. So then
Hmm.
we work through for example, the mantra repetitions, the Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurбhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. If you complete this mantra, for example, you say Om Bhu, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam. You go layer by layer. This is, I think, what you call by layers. This is each Bija mantra is related
Okay.
with one of the chakras. So we purify the different chakras. In this way, you create something in balance. When you reach to
Okay.
find a balance between the in the chakras, is when we said that this teyasa, this light of the self,
Mhm.
is shining purely. When while there is many colors, is your thought, your emotion, and everything. When you find the balance of working between the chakras, for example, Muladhara
Mhm.
chakra. Muladhara chakra is more
Right.
related to the aspect of surviving, basic needs, animal instinct,
Mhm.
procreations are basic things.
Mhm.
When you come in into
Okay.
Swadhisthana, we are talking into a more advanced aspect of the mind, which are more related to the consciousness of yourself as an individual being. And then you have your trauma, your emotions, and everything. And if you go further, you are going to experience more close to the thinking of the spiritualism. When you go further, you go to the layers of the devatas, of the goddesses. And it said
Right.
that the Anahata chakra is actually the most important one. There is where you find, you see, the Anahata chakra, it has the yantra of the Shatkona.
Okay.
Shatkona
That
is the
corner.
start
Okay.
of, yeah,
Right.
this. These are
Yes.
two triangles. One is the Shiva,
Mhm.
and the other one represent the Shakti. And that is where we said, where the matters find the consciousness. That is in the Anahata. And there you see Anahata is that compassionate heart, because you see most of people, they said this is the chakra of the heart, but the heart is
Mhm.
just a muscle, no? Heart is just a muscle. My guru used to say me that, Shankari, forget about that. You see, the heart is a muscle.
Heart is a
But
muscle.
the,
Yes.
yeah, but when you come into the Anahata chakra is where you are opening the consciousness of being beyond individuality, and you relate, you develop compassion for all the living entities.
Right.
And that comes through the practices of asana, pranayama, but also mantra. You see, meditation. When you remove the concept of what I want, what I don't like. Oh, today I have an argue with my mother or with my couple or this or that, or
Mhm.
in my job this, and your mind is with this frequency. You see, there is like veils and clouds that are not allowing you to perceive the essence of the self. When you practice yoga, you are removing
Mhm.
the conditioning of the mind to perceive the self as it is, which is just light. And it's beautiful. And then it's where your aura, more connected with the self, shines everywhere and everyone can see it. It's not about beauty
Okay.
of external beauty, it's inner beauty
Mhm.
reflecting into the entire being
Oh,
you are. So
right.
these are the layers you I think you want to mean.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And but yeah, how does a person's aura gets affected by the emotions as well? I mean, if someone is not emotionally strong, does the aura gets affected by this?
Totally. Obviously. I mean, if you is I mean, we all have emotions. You are
Right.
not something that I like that my guru taught me for many years is we are not broccolis. We
Right.
cannot pretend to be a broccoli. We have emotions, okay?
Of course. Hmm.
Perception you have about the world, for example, and everything seems to be negative. Prana, vital force. Remember that we were talking, the aura is related to the pranomaya kosha in the sukshma sharira, in the psychic body, no? It's the first, it's the layer between the physical body and the mental body, psychic body.
Yep.
Whenever, so prana is also thought. Tantra
Oh.
says, for example, Tantra starts in your mind. It does not, it's not, you see, normally Tantric practices, we think we are related to objects and things. But Tantra starts in the mind. First, in your thought. How your thought flows freely, how the prana, Shakti moves freely inside of you allows you to perceive perceive and experience the self in a most pure way. And that's amazing. So that's why whenever you see also in the Shivaism, we said that whenever there is drama, there is no Shiva.
Hmm.
If there is drama, emotions comes and everything becomes blind in your life, then
Right.
that you are not seeing Shiva, that Shiva is in everything, even in the
Right.
bad things.
So, uh, can our aura impact the way we interact with others or how the others perceive us
Yes.
when we meet people or we shake hands or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, don't you ever feel that there is one specific person that whenever that person comes into the room, it seems like a very depressive energy comes?
Yes. Oh, yes. This
Yeah.
happens a lot. This happens a
This
lot.
this happen a lot. Have you seen that these people have like kind of energy like a dark hole like absorbing you? They are like demanding energy, no?
Yes, 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 of course. Yeah. A lot of people are like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we
So,
said
so,
that they looks like, sorry.
so this is the kind of experience you get when someone has a negative aura.
When someone has a negative aura, it means like no light. We are like clouding the light, and then we feel like there is a black hole in the room even. And you feel that it doesn't matter if the person doesn't say anything, but he's just seated and he's pretending to read something and not doing anything wrong. He's just there, she's just there, but you can
Right.
perceive, and you see in the, I mean, uh you can perceive in many senses in how he talk and everything, but you see there is a signs in the Veda, which is the Samudrika.
Hmm.
These signs is telling you by the posture of the person if he has a positive thought or energy or habit inside of her, or if he doesn't, because maybe she is pretending in front of you. This aura is affected even when the people pretend to be happy in front of others, but they are actually not when they are alone. You can
Oh,
also
yes.
perceive that. Yes. And the opposite. Have you ever been with people that whenever they come into the room, you feel like there is the sunlight itself coming inside of the room? And you feel
Hmm.
like, wow, she's like the light of the life. Or he
Yes, yes.
is, could be.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This also happens. Yeah.
How these people are?
Hmm.
Thinking someone, tell me
Okay.
how these people are, how they behave.
All right. So these people are always like positive, impacting your moods. They 100% like win the show. That kind of aura they have. I mean, that's how I have felt about them. And you feel like talking to them. Feel like um, asking them questions like how exactly uh,
Yeah.
all these things happen. I mean, all the positive things starts happening.
And it feels like
So
a
so
kind
that,
of exchange of energy.
yeah, maybe yes, yeah,
Don't you feel after being with a person like that, you don't feel like tired? You
more energetic. Yes, you feel like talking. Yeah, I can hear you.
this type of people, you can be talking to them like for a long time,
You connect more with them, of course.
and it's a kind of exchange of energy.
Right.
So you feel like nourished or feed it by an energy. While
Hmm.
when you are with a negative person, you don't know why, but you just want to leave the conversation. It's enough. You see, because
Yeah.
there is an imbalance. One side is not feeding the conversation enough, and you feel like you don't know why, but you feel like suck in somehow. It's like kind
Yeah.
of energy vampire, kind
Right.
of
Right.
that.
Right.
For example, conversation that has a clear symptom of a not good aura. victimism,
Mm.
complaining, someone who's complaining all the time. They
Right.
are they become like a hole in the room, and they are sucking energy all around.
Yeah.
So they can affect not only people around, but they can also affect the room, the space where they are. And the
Mm.
animals, they know it, people feel it. We don't know why, but we want to be with someone, or we don't want to be with someone. Or that's also match. People match. I mean, yeah, there is a kind of frequency of the aura that are recalling for the same frequency from others, no? Like people who are spark shiny like that, they're searching for kind of people like that too. People who are thinking more in positive things, they used to have the connection with that, while people who are have like kind of complaining thought or like that, they come together also because they feed, they have the same food, they have the same energy feeding, so they share to each other.
Okay.
So
Can you
and
share? Sorry.
tell me, tell
Can you
me.
share any personal experience of how improving your aura has affected your life in person?
Yes, let me think about just a little bit. Okay, recently I was leading a training course,
Okay.
and you see, the weather was not positive enough because it was raining for the full training course, and
Hmm.
they were not able to go outside to the sunny lights and to be in the open areas to feed in themselves with prana energy and vital force and anything. They were mostly inside, so they feel like I expected, no, that the emotions are going to be down. And because this kind of training we do is for detox the body and the mind. For sure, in the
Oh,
second week, they're going to feel like, oh, have you ever heard about the natural cure? Have you ever heard?
not exactly. No, no, no. I'm sorry.
Na- Natural cures means that when you are using the nature to cure something, you have to go through a
Nature
point
cure.
where natural cure, yeah,
I got it. I
yeah.
got it. Hmm.
There is a point
Yeah,
in
yeah.
which the toxins comes outside. It happened the
Hmm.
same with the thought. So the people, they start to feel in the second week like negative, okay, among each other inside of the
Yeah.
training, hard discipline, asana, sadhana in the morning, food restrictions, time schedule, everything. No, you see, training. And then
Right.
suddenly I have to lead this group, and they were in a not very positive mode. So the only way that I can reload or recharge the energy of these people is to keep myself strongest as possible. So I emphasize my own sadhana with, for example, a lot of kapalbati and a lot of anuloma viloma and bastrika pranayama. All
Ah.
that give me a lot of strength. It's like fire inside of me. And so people, you see, they were arguing among to each other, but when I come in there, they feel like, "Mm, calm down, no problem, everything is chill. We go ahead. This is the best. We treat." When I leave the room, that was the only problem. When I leave the room, there seems like something is not good. And today I'm so prepared. I remember all the Sanskrit names like that. But at the beginning, if I go 2 weeks
Yeah.
back, it was like kind of a hell.
Right. Okay. So, is there any myth or misconception about the aura that you would like to clear up to the audience?
I'm not very aware of that. The only thing is that it seems like it's very Western concept.
Yeah.
And I would love to clarify that what people call like aura in other countries is actually what we are talking about when the people see, the colors of the aura is what we are
Mhm.
able to see 1,000 years back from the Tantra tradition about the Pranomaya Kosha. So
Yeah.
actually, if we want to go to genuine scriptures about this topic, you have amazing books to go through the Manomaya Kosha, to Pranomaya
Mhm.
Kosha, to check about the chakras, the colors of them, which one is more resembling, which one is more shining, which one is locked. So we have the
Right.
deepest knowledge in the Vedic scripture.
That's amazing. How exactly? What exactly is the way to lock an aura, and why do we need it?
Lock,
Yeah.
I mean
You
to
said
protect for
protect from the negative energies. Yeah.
the only way to protect your aura is to make your aura strongest. You
Oh.
have to be, yeah. And for that, you see, uh, you can close the doors. You can close the doors for the external world in the sense for the energy, but it's
Mhm.
going to be difficult because you see, nowadays we are in society and we have to relate to many people, to
Yes.
many circumstances. We are mostly in society. You cannot be, I mean, either you retreat, you had a retreat and go yourself to a forest, into a place where
Hmm.
you can be far away from society. That sounds good. Everything is going to be in balance. But if the toxin is inside of you, either if you are alone, if the demons, the evil energy is inside of you, how are you going to purify by being alone? So
Very.
depend on the
Mm.
person. You see, some people being alone, they become more depressed than when they are with others, and there is no spark or any kind of shine in there in the aura. But for example, if you have to face dark auras or bad energies, places, or relations, the only way
Mm.
to defeat that energy or not allowing that this energy comes to you is just you try to shine more. So purify your mind continuously, have a good diet. For example, my guru used to say me at the beginning of my training with him, he said that there is five very simple principles of having a good life. And he said to
Mm.
me, good breathing,
Hmm.
good rest, good
Wow.
food, good practice of yoga,
Oh,
and positive thinking. Just
that's
these
amazing.
five things. This it seems like be easy, no? I mean,
Seems
as
like easy,
things.
but it is not. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's it. Is I know it's not easy to do every day, but
Yeah.
it sounds like you don't have to study deep scriptures, no, go to deep practices of tantra or yoga, advanced yoga, nothing. It's just about simple things.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How long should someone meditate each day to see the meaningful results?
Depend on the person, but if you reach to sit every day, it's not about the amount. Trust me,
Okay.
it's about the regularity. It's
Okay.
about regularity. Yeah. People think, oh, today I meditate 1 hour and the rest of the week nothing. No, it's every day you meditate, maybe 10 minutes, but every day you do
Oh,
regularly, and you will see that the things change a lot.
okay. Okay. That's great. And if someone is beginner friendly, what exactly can be a beginner friendly technique to start with? Pranayam, or I mean, mm, what exactly can it be?
Or mine.
Uh, can be mine. I do not know about it, but yeah, can be either of it. But yeah, my question, what I was asking you uh, is there any beginner friendly technique that we can tell people to start with?
For meditation,
Meditation, yes, or to improve the aura.
or is, for example, practice meditation every day, 10 minutes. If you're not
Okay.
able to concentrate, because whenever you close your eyes, your mind flies away to another worlds, try to keep your eyes open
Yes.
and focus your sight over one candle. practice this for 10 minutes a day, and you will see how your aura change, your mind change.
Okay. So what exactly do we do? Suppose I'm closing my eyes now. Now, what do we think of? What do we do? How do we meditate? What exactly is the process? Is it the breathing, or is it the thoughts, or is it something else?
Well, meditation is a practice that is has several stages. Uh, to have a white mind is actually not possible. It's not the nature of the mind is to be a monkey, jumping from one branch to another branch, ideas to ideas, ideas to ideas. And you said most
Yeah.
of people say, "Oh, Shankari, when I close my eyes, my mind is thinking on this and that." So I never reached to have a whiteboard mind. And I learned from my guru that that is not possible because this is like go against the nature of the mind. So the only thing is that to train the mind on being focused, concentrating one thing is the first step. So you can either choose something outside of you, could be a candle, could be a yantra, could be a chitra of a goddess,
Mhm,
or Krishna, depends on what is more your belief.
mhm.
Or you can close your eyes and then concentrate, focus the mind on your breath, for example, or in a point on the chakra.
Okay.
But the thing is that first you have to find something over what you have to concentrate. And one tip, stillness. Stillness of the
Stillness.
body
Okay.
is very difficult. You see, because after 2 minutes being sitting, beginners of meditation, they used to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So doing like that on the
This
suddenly,
actually,
no? Like that. If you just stop 5, 10 minutes a day and you practice stillness, first stillness of the body. When you reach to the control of the stillness of the body, go to the stillness of the mind, give something to concentrate, give something to concentrate. And that's it. Five, ten
right.
minutes, you can practice everywhere, even in the job. No one is going to notice that you have been stopped working for 5 minutes. If you stop and do like
So
that,
then,
it's
then,
like
you-
sorry.
then your mind goes into that dhyana. Then your mind goes into the dhyana.
When well, in this stage, we will
Ah,
still be
into the
practicing.
trance. Yeah.
See, Patanjali said that dhyana meditation is when you sustain the concentration for a long time. So first thing we
Mhm.
have to practice first is concentrate, trying to hold the
Concept.
concentration. But dhyana means you hold the concentration for a long time, and then your mind, yes, accept coming to dhyana, into meditation.
That's amazing. Okay. So is there also any wrong way to meditate, or we should be like extra focused about doing something rightly, or we should not do it incorrectly? Is there any incorrect way to that you have figured out?
Never judge. For example, say, "Oh, was a bad meditation.
Yeah.
Today was a very bad meditation, so tomorrow I will not do it. I will not practice." There is no good or bad meditation. Meditation is objective. It's just there sitting in stillness and focus the mind on something. But some days meditation are very peaceful.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Right.
Your mind is
Very true.
like,
Sorry. Okay. Um, so there's no wrong way or harmful way to if it is done incorrectly or excessively. So there's no one doesn't have to be afraid. of anything while doing meditation, right?
No, but you see, if you are really practicing deep meditation, I would always suggest to have a guru
To
because
have a group.
first you purify the first layers, and that is
Mhm.
about what just happened in your home. But
Mhm.
after a long time of meditation, you're going to be purifying traumas, past life experience events, and if you don't have guidance, some people can be felt like lost. You see, there are some system of meditation in which they are in silence for 9, 10 days. And this is not for beginners because they're going to feel like a lot of anxiety because it's a deep process of purification. So if they are not in the stage one, is if you are starting, is you give little step, and this step will give you more steps and bigger steps and like that. But for cleansing even, you also it's good you go with precautions and always with the guidance of a good guru, a good teacher,
Good
someone who
teacher.
has experience. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a friend of mine. I would like to share this experience of him. He told me
Okay.
that he was doing meditation and he was very much, he never had a guru. So he started doing himself by seeing things on YouTube.
Yeah.
Uh, so what I can see is it was like maybe some tantric mantras he started chanting. And over the period of time, what happened is he started seeing that black shadows around him, trying
Yes.
to connect with him. So that is the reason I was asking you this question. Is there any way to do it incorrectly that one should not do? But what he told me is that it's always better to have a guru, as you are saying. So guru tells you the right way, how exactly this needs to be done, so that all
Mhm.
these, when you open the portals and everything, all these things starts connecting with you. Because for positive and for negative entities, there's one gateway. When you open that
Yes.
gateway through the meditation, both starts connecting with you. So you have to be very careful while doing all these things. But what I have understood is, um, so there has to be some kind of a lock for um, negative entities. So you lock the aura, and then you start doing it. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
just shooting in the dark.
Okay,
Trying to
I got it
understand it.
now. I got it now. I understand better the question. See, I thought we were talking, I mean, like the beginner's practice.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Every
yes.
practice in our ancient texts always is mentioning, you see, you have all the entire system, technique, how to perform and everything. And then suddenly it said, all of this has to be practiced under the guidance of a proper teacher. Normally we
Ah,
escape that. That is loka or that
yes.
sutra, you see? And nowadays is the day of the YouTube guru or Google guru. No, we found everything there and we think that we have the technique. The paper, the role of a guru is that he knows you and he knows what kind of practice is good for you. Real guru
Oh
is not
yes.
the guru that you see. There are gurus that you see on television. See, guru words
Television.
means that you accept that person as your
Oh yes, 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 yes. I got it now. I got it. Yes. You have to accept him through the heart and from inside. Ah, this right.
sadhaka. Because you see, in the Vedanta and Tantra tradition, we said that same practice can be a poison for one student or a nectar for the other student, and the only one who knows what is going to be good for each one is the one who knows you and who has the experience of the practice, and that is a teacher. So if we go
Wow.
freely practicing, we are exposing ourselves to lose the mind, to become
Yes.
mad. Some you see madness. Is the mind that flying away, but also because of negative entities come into your mind. Because the
Yes.
pranomaya, the sukshma sharira is mixed with them. They come inside of you. For example, one thing,
Yes.
one precaution when you practice meditation, never practice meditation in dark places. At least a candle. So all the entities that normally lives in the shadows, and you see entities, they can be bad. We say about Buddhas, ghosts. Maybe they are not good or bad, they are just ghosts, but the ghosts are human mind that with emotions, and they are lacking of energy. And so they saw you meditating and they say, such a nice lunch. And they come to you, you see?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So dark places is where they move. You see, is where they move. So that's why normally we always put a candle in front. So the energy, you see, light calling the
yes.
light. So it's like to send them to that place. Okay, you want the energy? There is the candle. Not go to me. There is the candle. Get the
Oh,
point? But there are techniques on Tantra where we meditate in darkness. But we need proper guidance to do that. If we want to interact with the Buddhas, then we practice like that. But for that, we need a lot of self-control, domain, and knowing about this technique. Get the point? So if you practice through YouTube, it's very, very risky. If you practice alone, from a point, from a level, you just, I mean, if you are just practicing 10 minutes stillness and breathing observation, that is okay. It's okay. It's therapeutic way. But second
mm.
level, we are going to another dimensions.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. So when you meditate, there are chances that you get access to the other dimensions, and a lot of people from other realms starts approaching you. But that is the very
Yes.
advanced stage when you reach there. So everyday meditation helps you have a good control over your mind, have a uh, have a less stressful life, and higher consciousness. That's how it helps you.
Yeah.
But
Do
yeah,
you remember? There is an example of the onion.
uh-huh.
Have you ever heard
Yeah.
about that?
Okay.
It's an onion.
No, not exactly.
On There is the onion has a heart, a center, which is the sweetest
Yes.
one, no? Is the most juicy and nice. Yeah. And then
Yes,
you
yes,
have many
yes.
layers. Layers. We said that
100%. Yes.
meditation is like drill down over that layers to the
Hmm.
core. The layers is like, and that is an example that we use, that the core of the onion is the self, but he is
Yeah.
covered for many layers of a stressful
Yes.
situation, your emotion, how you think about this, about that, and everything. And is there not allowing you to taste the core of the onion? You are keep being in the hard layers of the onion because you think that is the taste of the onion. You think that
Right.
you are the husband, you are this and that. These are just layers, but these layers
Right.
will disappear. Your truly essence is there. So meditation at the first stage work in the superficial surface layers, daily routine. You argue with the guy in the shop. You feel in love with your wife. You are disappointed with your sons. All these
Right.
you feeling again what you were feeling this morning. So first stage is like cleansing that. While you meditate longer, while you do a deeper meditation, you go deeper and deeper inside. And that is where other dimensions come. And that is when you can perceive first is the surface reality of the humanity of your daily routine. After you come into the more deep feelings, and after you start to ask, meditation is like uplifting of the chakras in the aura. And then you
Oh, yes.
perceive the dimension, as you said, there is dimensions where gods and evils meet. to each other.
Mhm.
So you open the door
So,
for.
right. I have a question here. How much time it takes to balance all your chakras and to reach that level where what you call the third eye or maybe sacral chakra? So how much time does it take? I mean, I understand it totally depends on person to person and your intensity of getting yourself into the dhyana. I understand all those things, but yeah, uh, uh, as per your experience, as a layman, I'm asking you, like, what do you think should be the, if it is being done rightly, how much time do you think it would take a person to reach that level where he can open his third eye?
It's exactly as you said. There is no other answer. I mean, it depends on your past life karma, prarabdha karma. It depends on how has been your childhood experience. It depends on how is your nowadays situations. It depends in your genetic. It depends on many some samskaras on your mind. It's depend about many things. So there is a huge work to do when you receive one student. Is a is an universe of universes. You see, so I cannot answer to that.
I understand that. So all these past life karmas add extra layers to the onion. All your childhood
Also, too,
traumas, extra layers to the
yes,
onion, right?
all of
All
that.
your karmas put extra layers to the onions. So a lot
Yeah.
of layers you have to remove step by step. Totally depends on a person how much layers he has created in his entire life or lives.
You
So,
see, especially the layers are going to be there because you cannot avoid your childhood, or you cannot not avoid to talk with the guy on the shop, no?
oh yeah, oh
But
yeah,
the important thing is how much you are attached to the layers, because you
right.
think you are the one who believe that you are that layers, and you are not the layers. Layers just happen and they go, but you are not the layers of the onion. That's the
Hmm.
point.
Okay. So suppose if I have seen a lot of people who do meditations, they have been really struggling into their lives. Uh, what are the ways to overcome all those challenges? That is point one. And is there a possibility that there's something from their past life which is pulling them down? And how should
Sure,
they get
for
rid of
sure.
those? How should they get rid of those things?
I mean, if you are here, I mean, if we have a second span of second, third, whoever, no, if we have another span of life, another period of life,
Oh
now
yeah,
we have another chance to face our karmas. So
right.
people who has a very healthy life, they are very positive for themselves, for the family, and for the society, but very bad things happen to them. We always have to
Hmm.
think that there is a to them or to yourself. See, from the tantra way of thinking, in Vedic tradition, we always see like, you see, there is a connection with my past life, and here I have the chance to overcome that karma. And so you see, it's like seeing the positive aspect. I mean, if I will overcome these, most probably I will become stronger, or I will learn something that I can transfer it for someone else, or I can just overcome that situation. Is actually
Right. Uh, I'm sorry, I skipped the last point. Mhm.
keep investing in positive energy, even when the situations are very bad, because you see, you are recalling. In somehow, the negativity always go. Everything goes. Everything in this world, in this nature, in this prakriti, always just go. It's just a maya, it's an illusion. And if you have been investing with positiveness, the difficult situation, for example, now in Navaratri, today it's Kalaratri.
Mhm. Mhm.
Navaratri is 9 nights in which we said there is the 9 forms of the goddess fighting against the evil. But you see, astrologically, is the position of the planet 4 times in a year.
Hmm.
The position of the planet is affecting to the circumstance, the mind, because you have your mind. I have my mind, and I have my aura, my frequency that I'm feeling, no, with my way of thinking and everything. But there is also an aura in the wall. There is a wall aura, a frequency of mind in all the world together. You are assuming with your way of thinking, I'm assuming with my way of thinking. So these 9 days, 9 nights, the planets are affecting our way of thinking, and circumstances become like triggering a lot and struggling, especially inside. What the Devis are
Mhm.
saying to us is keep the force inside, keep the willpower inside of you to overcome the negativity, to overcome this circumstance. Keep yourself being like a candle in the middle of the darkness. And this is where we are going to be blessed by the goddess. And then you see, when you recall this energy, when you are shining, the aura, your frequency is like that, you are calling from this prosperity that comes back to you. Positive thinking, keep having a good vibration, even people coming to you with a negative thought and everything, and keep shining and doing a very good investment of positive energy. You see, we live in a universe that always is giving us what we are giving. If you give something, he will give you back the same. This is a law of existence. Dharma works like that. Sanatana Dharma tell us continuously about that. There is a law of karma. You keep investing in a positive mood. You will see. Prosperity is not just about money. Prosperity is have whatever you need to live a full life. So sometimes you need money and will come. Sometimes you need love and will come. Sometimes you need health and will be there. That's it. But you need to invest with that sense. Even when the situation is very hard, it's not about the situation. It's about your thought. That is the real tantra. How you think. You can create your universe, and you can change the frequency of your space and people around you depending on here.
Wow, wow. So what do you think should be told to our youth? What should be the right message for our youth to follow? Like, how exactly how exactly should they take the help of mindfulness and meditation to shape up their future in a right way and a great mental health?
I mean, the life is not just about working and earn money. I think youth generation is very worried about earning money and get a good job position and everything. And you see, if you invest all the span of your life, all the time of your life, being sitting inside of an office and not enjoying the life with all the little things that you have to enjoy, you are
Mhm.
going probably to regret after. So take
Yeah.
the time to meditate, but also take the time to to develop the capacity of enjoying the cup of tea, like my guru used to say me. I'm for example, I'm that kind of person that have the tendency of doing many things, and my guru taught me that you sit still, silence, have a cup of tea, don't think anything, just enjoy the tea, just stop, breathe, and contemplate. That is something that my guru has been teaching me for long years, for many years. Enjoy the little moments because make actually a better job after. I mean, it's not like you're lazy.
Hmm.
You need gap to rest and enjoy, and after you have time to work. But you see, there is a time for everything. Time for effective time for work, time to do your duties, time to fulfill whatever you have to do, and time for
True.
enjoyment is also a part of life. And the goddess give us pleasure, kama, so you enjoy it and give thanks because you have the chance of have it, but not to spend your life with I have to be or I like this. Because you see,
Hmm.
whatever you have to be, it will come. You just have to try every day to do your best. Be the best person you can. Do your best in the job. Do your best to be a good son or a good daughter. Cares about your child. Cares about whatever is under your hand. Nothing else. And the life become more easy, simple, and trust me, more tasty too.
Wow, great, Shankarani. Uh, with this good note and good message, we take a leave today. And thank you so much for coming to our podcast once again. And there are many more to go. And I'm quite excited to cover all these past life therapies and everything with you. and and
So this
let's
is a
connect.
deep topic.
This is a very deep topic, exactly. And I never knew that we will be coming to this extent. I mean, over the period of time. And yes, let's do the super advanced levels of the meditation, and let's enlighten all of us, all
Yes.
the people, all the viewers who are seeing us. Right?
Thank you so much
All
for
right.
inviting me.
Thank
It's
you.
always a blessing.
It's
And
a pleasure to have
have a very nice day.
you so
Hari
much.
Om. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste. 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 Ouch. How to disconnect it? Okay, I'm trying to understand how to do it.